Hi, Nathan. Welcome back to ATC at Home.
Thanks. Thanks for having me.
I know that we're a little bit into the spring now. Last time we talked, it was in April and you hadn't mowed yet, but the grass was green, and I suppose you've mowed now.
Yes, I have. It got really tall really quick, so I had to do something. I had to take some sort of action, so
Okay, I
I had to get out there.
and you sent me a little picture after that first mow, and I thought, okay, because I was trying to figure what's going to be a reasonable mowing height, and I was suggesting something like about 6 centimeters, and then maybe you let it grow up to something like 9 centimeters, eh, so something like 3 or 4 inches, and then you cut it back down to 2, 2.5. And so I was kind of trying to give you advice about that. And then you sent me the picture to kind of show how tall you'd been cutting the grass. And I think the first thing that I wrote back to you was, have you ever sharpened the mower blade?
Yep, that was your response back for sure. It had been a while, so it's a second blade for that mower, but it was a while since it was installed and it was never sharpened. So um, yeah, it's made quite a difference. I can tell you that.
So this is a rotary mower. Is it a Honda brand or what?
Yeah,
A
it's a Honda
Toro?
engine. It's a Troy built push mower with a Honda engine on it, and it's quite old actually now. But yeah, the I didn't really notice myself with the blade what it was doing until like you kind of pointed out in the picture, and I'm like, okay, that makes sense. And then
So what I was seeing was some shredded leaf tips, and if I find that picture, I'll put it up here on the screen. Or I have plenty of other pictures of shredded leaf tips that I could put up there that show what that looks like. So I recommended that you get it sharpened if you could, and I was pleasantly surprised that you quickly were able to do that. So can you tell me what that process entails? Because I think like mowing is something that you're going to do all through the year, and to get a good aftercut appearance, you have to cut with a sharp blade. And so,
yeah,
how do you go about sharpening a rotary mower blade?
so that's a good question because I think the process why it wasn't done is because I didn't really know how to do it or what to do. So I went to the old trusty Google and I did like a search and I saw that there were some businesses that offered it. And then I saw that there was like looked like a business in a residential area near me. And there I found a guy that does sharpening of all sorts of items. And that was one of them that was advertised. And so for the cost of around $12 Canadian, I was
Wow.
able to take it somewhere and get it sharpened and well worth it. I think most people would do it on their own, but I'm not really set up for that or willing to take that on. So for me, that was a good service to have for sure, and close by too was just nice.
Well, that's wonderful. So you did that. You got it sharpened, and you put the blade back on, and you cut the lawn again after that. And did you notice a difference in like ease of getting through the tall grass, or just a difference in the aftercut appearance?
Well, I mean, there was a difference because when I did put it on, um, I didn't really remember how the old one was on. So I
Uh
started
oh.
mowing,
Uh oh.
and your recommendation to me was to bag the clippings. So I was mowing the lawn with the new blade, and I was super excited. It was also late at night, so I was trying to get it done quick, and I was mowing fairly quickly. And I was noticing that there were no clippings going into the bag. And I thought, well, maybe I put the blade on wrong. And so that was what happened. There was quite a difference in the way the lawn looked too. And I thought it was just because maybe the grass was quite long at that point that it
Mhm.
was, you know, not
Okay, so you were
cutting out as
cutting.
nice as I
You
thought.
had that set up to cut with the dull side after you had it sharpened, but you fixed it.
Yeah, it was upside down. The blade, I
Hmm.
think was yeah, it was upside down, and so it was shooting the grass down instead of pulling it up or whatever. And yeah, it did not look very good. So after a few minutes of that, the correction was made, and night and day difference.
Okay, so you've mowed twice. You mowed first with a dull blade, but it cut the grass down, but it just kind of shredded the leaf tips, which what happens then is you get this yellow appearance. Even though the grass blades are green, the tips are all shredded and a little bit white or yellow, and it gives your lawn an appearance that it's not as green as it could be. And that's not healthy for the grass, and it just doesn't look as good as it could. So we definitely want to cut it as sharply as we can. So to do that, you want to run the mower with the engine working well, and so it can spin the blade at high RPMs. Then you want that blade to be sharp also. And you also want to mow frequently enough that the mower doesn't get bogged down with too many clippings.
Right.
And at the same time, I don't want you to out there mowing every single day. So we're going to try to...
I don't want that either.
Good. So we're going to try to get this so you've got a happy medium between mowing frequency, and to do that we have to get the mowing height right, and we want to put some fertilizer but not too much so that we have good, dense, healthy turf that can withstand all the things that happened. Now, you're my brother-in-law, and we have a family chat that my sister's in, and she sent an update. Apparently there was quite an incident with a wild animal in your backyard.
Yeah, we do we do get a few wild animals from time to time, but there was a strong smell coming from the yard while the dog was in the back, and we had a skunk visit. And apparently skunks don't like it when dogs get too close to them, so they let it be known.
Okay, so the dog got sprayed with the skunk.
Oh yeah.
And the lawn got sprayed. And so I was quite concerned about the lawn. My sister seemed to be concerned about the dog and her son and the laundry and the smell. Yep. How's the lawn?
I mean, the lawn seems to be doing well. I can't see any signs of damage.
Okay.
But, I'm sure there was some sort of emotional toll on some of the blades of grass for sure. But
yeah, because so anyway, I'm kind of joking about how concerned I am about the lawn. The family's all fine. Is the smell gone? That was a couple weeks ago.
Fine. We think the smell's gone, but it's hard to tell. Like
maybe you got used to it.
You think you're smelling something. It took a long time. We made a lot of mistakes. Let's just put it that way. It was our first skunk experience, and we learned a lot.
Wow. So the skunk actually in your yard sprays the dog, and then there were other, the dog was
came in the house. We let the dog in the house, and
then the children were trying to take care of the dog,
children, grabbing them and hugging them, and
awful.
Yeah.
Right. So maybe
it was an adventure.
Yeah. So we could do another video probably about how not to handle a dog getting sprayed in your backyard by a skunk.
Yeah.
But the grass was fine. Now, is the dog scared to go out in the yard anymore? Because I know the dog was digging a lot of holes. So that, of course, is a problem for the lawn. And if the skunk scared it away, maybe that could help your lawn.
I mean, we hope that might be nice. The dog seems to be still digging the odd hole. We have filled them. Some of them are back to being not filled, but your recommendation for those would be good. I mean, just topsoil, and then do we just guard them from him? Can we put some deterrent from him on it? Would that wreck the grass?
I'm gonna have to look into that, or maybe some people can leave comments in this video when I get it posted if they have advice about dogs. This is a beagle, is it?
A beagle, yeah. Cayenne pepper seems to be a good deterrent.
Yeah, but you don't want to torture your dog or have your dog get irritated by something either. But
true.
Yeah, I think I'm going to have to look into this a little bit. If anybody has good advice, let us know. And otherwise, I mean, I'm going to recommend filling the holes and seeding. Maybe you could go buy some sod, and do that. If
In
the dog
pieces.
continues to do that, just sod over those spots.
Okay.
But yeah, I think let's monitor the mowing going forward. I think your boys like to play soccer in the backyard, don't they?
Oh yeah.
Okay. And is 6 centimeters? First of all, are you comfortable with metric,
I
or
mean,
or would you
I
rather
will
I
make
do
it work.
inches?
I will make it work. Whatever works. I mean, I think 6 centimeters might be a touch long, but it's very. But I think it would also be nice and soft a little bit too. You know, like it'll be.
Hmm.
Uh, I think it'll be easier to manage.
Right.
Um,
At the professional level, it's usually going to be like 20 or 25, something like that.
oh
That's
wow.
what I
Okay.
typically see.
Okay.
So, but I don't think that you need to be maintaining a professional soccer pitch. And I know
Right.
some of those at the highest level in the English Premier League, those can get mowed twice a day, once in the
Wow.
morning,
Yeah.
once in the afternoon. I don't think you want to be doing that. So,
I do
uh,
not.
let's plan for 60 millimeters, which is going to be about 2.5 inches. Let that be your mowing height,
Okay.
and let it go up to about 4 inches and cut it down again. Let's plan on that. And as far as bagging the clippings, let me
Yeah.
clarify what I'm going to recommend for your season long
Sure.
plan. If
Because
you've
I've
got,
I've bagged them the first two times so far, Micah. Just
okay,
yeah.
generally I'm going to want you to mulch the clippings and just
Okay.
let them fall down. So you should be mowing frequently enough that there aren't so many clippings that they sit on top of the grass.
Yep.
And so they should just mulch and settle down, except if you've got seeds of dandelions or other things. Okay,
Right.
so if you've got weed seeds that are on a seed head, I
Yep.
don't want that mulched. I want that to be bagged. So
Okay.
so when your dandelions are seeding, or when other weeds are seeding,
Yep.
and like if you have those puffballs from dandelions,
Yep.
like
Yep.
don't
All
just
over. Yeah.
mulch those during that season. Anytime when those are seeding, bag it and discard those clippings, so you're minimizing the spread of weed seeds. But for the rest
Okay.
of the year, when it's just grass clippings, mulch
Yep.
them.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I
Well,
can do that.
awesome. Well, I'm going to check back with you, and we're going to keep revisiting this mowing topic as the year goes on, as the growing season
Perfect.
for your lawn goes on, because this is something that is probably the most amount of time that you're going to be spending, and
Yeah.
so as far as how the lawn is going to look, and for the amount of work that you're going to have to do, this is something that you want to do as efficiently as possible.
Okay.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Let's
Thanks, Micah.
all right, let's chat again.